So now let's take a look at destroying or deleting a record from the database. So this is going to be a quick, simple tutorial because most of the topics have already been covered. But all we need to do now is open up a new tab here. And this is going to be quite similar to update. So we can use the same URL, except we can just change the ID to whoever we want to delete. So let's make this person 10. And this is going to be a delete request. Let's put in our headers. So accept JSON and content type JSON. And by the way, if you're wondering why we set these up, this is just for Postman. If you are setting up a front-end SPA, or if you're setting up a mobile app, usually whenever you're sending a request with Axios or whatever you're using to send requests, there will be a config in there to set these types of headers as well. And normally accept JSON or content type JSON is set by default. Okay, so now that we've done this, let's actually save this route. So I'm just gonna save this as a delete request or a destroy request in People Finder. Great, so I've got the destroy request set up. Now let's take a look at actually setting up the function, because if I were to send this right now, I'll get a bad method exception, and that's just because we haven't created that destroy method yet. So let's go back over to our controller and let's create a public function destroy and just open up some parentheses there and open up our curly braces. And all I want this to do is accept the person that we're going to delete as an argument. And then we're going to take that person and delete them. So this is a eloquent function in Laravel that will just delete that person from the database. And now we can return a response, and that can be a JSON response. Great. And I guess we can just doc block this. And what this is going to do is just take that person in, delete them, and then return a blank array if, well, seeing as there's no information to actually return. And this will just be used on the front end to decide whether that person has been deleted or not. And if for some reason this fails, then there will be an exception that's thrown, so we will get an error. So let's go back over to Postman. And let's first of all try and delete like a person that doesn't exist. So person 90 shouldn't actually exist. And you can see we actually get an error here, so no results for that person. But if I were to delete a person that exists, like let's say person 10, let's go back over to my database and take a look here. So we've got Hoyt Schaden or Schladen, no, Schaden, yeah, in the database. So let's delete them by just sending this request. And now you can see we've got an empty array returned, so that should mean everything went fine. And if we go back over to our database, sorry that the text in here is so small, but if I were to just refresh this, person 10 should no longer exist. We've gone straight from 9 to 11. Okay, and again, if we were to delete person 12, same thing, no errors. We go back over to our database. Person 12 should no longer exist. Okay, so that is how to delete and destroy items from your database with a delete request. And that is all I have for you in this video. So I'll see you guys next time. And that is the end of the video. So if you made it this far, I'm going to assume that whatever I was teaching you now was helpful. So I just want to say, if you did make it to this point of the video, subscribe and check me out on social media, especially Instagram. So all of my social media is on screen now, and I'll see you guys next time.